Who wants to be a Melvinaire? It's a manhood movement, constant elevation. Every day we improving. 7 p.m. on Wednesdays, I think you should tune in. It's more than a podcast, it's a family reunion. Melvinaires. My nigga Mel up in here. You know Rome, he the plug, no telling who might appear. Could be one of your favorite rappers, community activists, businessmen and women to the shooters and savages. Melvinaires. Yeah, we Melvinaires. Yeah, we Melvinaires. Yeah, we Melvinaires. Listen, you still a baby boy. This is manhood shit.
Yo, mic check, 1 2 1 2. It's the almighty Melvinaire Podcast, man. We in the building, bro. One time. Indeed. I'm your host, Ron the Plug. It's me and the bro today, man.
What's
feel
up?
good to be back.
Absolutely.
Back, man. Yeah. It's me and the bro today, man. Shout out Philly. We got the bro, Billy Ray Valentine.
Billy Ray Valentine. Brickyard, Philadelphia, live on location at Hunting Park, home of the Aztecs. We just started the season up, so forgive me for not being fully involved like I normally am. But this is very important. So this is what the Melvinaire Podcast is about. We're trying to give these young ones some direction. So this is very important. And I got the blessings of my brother to continue to do what I gotta do, even though we got a show. So I'm hopping in. I'm hopping in, just to show my support and to give my ideas as briefly as I can. That's it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm happy to be here. Salute to Leon. Salute to the whole team. Salute to everybody.
Definitely. Yo,
You goddamn right.
so today's show title is and yo, shout out to Billy Ray Valentine, yo. Shout out to my bro, Knowledge Born Allah. If you haven't seen it yet, go to Knowledge channel. Billy Ray got an interview on there, man. It was an awesome interview, man. Yo, you did that, bro.
Appreciate that.
Yeah,
I appreciate
you did that,
that,
bro. Yeah, anybody get a chance, man, check that out on Do the Knowledge Radio, man, on YouTube, man. That was a dope interview, man. In-depth interview with Billy Ray Valentine, man. That was awesome, bro. So, I was inspired. Y'all inspired me. So I didn't even. And today's title is "Watch Them N-Words." I able to just watch them N-words. So and going to digging a little deeper, the value of trust. So I wanna dive directly into that. Why I got you here. Why I have somebody to correspond with. So we're gonna start with you. And what do you feel like? In your opinion, what is the value of trust to you?
The value of trust is everything, because without trust, you're gonna be really uncomfortable. If you got people around you that you don't trust, you're gonna be uncomfortable, and that's a dangerous situation. Trust is one of the most important attributes somebody can have when you develop a relationship with somebody. And once that trust is broken, it's gonna take a while to rebuild it. It's very delicate, and as a grown adult, man, we still suffer from making mistakes and stuff like that. Like till this day, like we might do something that might break somebody's trust.
Right.
And it might not be intentional, but there's consequences for it, and as it should be. So trust is like one of the number one things that, as far as relationship wise or the relationship between people, that's like one of the number one things on the list.
Right. Trust is, in my opinion, trust is a huge pillar in the foundation of a relationship. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like once that's broken, the structure of that relationship is bound to fall. You know what I mean? At some point, I think trust is something that a lot of people just take for granted, and granted that we all come from different places. So everyone doesn't value it the same. You know what I'm saying? Like people, some people think nothing of it. Some people think it's everything. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of like one of those things, man, where that it's a really big thing because like yo, people kill
Yeah.
over trust. People kill over
Mm-hmm.
trust, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like people will violate another person in the sake of that violation of trust. You know what I mean? For them lying to them, of them feeling deceived, whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? It's a powerful thing. So I think that I don't know. I just think the times that we in, yo, the times are changing. Like those type of things ain't honored as much. You know what I mean? Like nobody, like it's only certain codes that people really truly abide to. You know what I mean? But when it come down to it, it's always a matter of self-preservation. You know what I mean? Depending on who you dealing with, but in their mindset, bro. But like anybody honoring any type of code, no any real type of code. You know what I mean? Like kind of ain't gonna have these issues. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, man. Like I just think it's different now, man. Like I found myself in situations in which, you know what I mean, like from the start when we started, you know what I mean. Like
Mhm.
it was hard to sift through so many personalities at one time. You know what I'm saying? To get a real feel to be like, man, I find out who real and who ain't. You know what I mean? Or who gonna fold and who ain't gonna fold. You know what I mean? Who gonna stay, who's gonna be consistently them or who gonna switch up. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, and eventually it worked itself out. But I say that and saying like I asked Markel this the other day, like I was questioning myself to be like, yo, like what is it about me that, you know what I mean, I'm in a situation in which I'm trying to uplift others, you know what I mean, at the same time, and it go left, and it be the same shit, you know what I mean, it be the same shit, different toilet, you know what I mean.
Um, yeah, I understand. I definitely feel where you're coming from, as far as all
Yeah,
that. And just the fact that somebody you could be with, just the fact that somebody could be grown and don't value trust. Like
right,
anybody that don't value trust is somebody you need to get away from. Period.
absolutely,
But to speak on what you about, listen, you never. People are not ready. Our people are not ready are not ready for the opportunities that you might be you ready that you present to them. Some
right,
people just ain't ready, man. They not mentally ready. They not, and they'll trick themselves out of their own position
right,
just because they don't have the confidence in themselves or feel as though they deserve to be, or have the
right,
confidence to feel as though they could perform. So
right,
I mean, if people that have values and want to value progression like ourselves, we always gonna go through some stuff where people don't really appreciate the opportunity that they had. Like I had experiences with that too when in business. So you try to put
yeah,
people on
bro,
a certain stuff, they don't really value it,
yeah,
But even after you set the example, they still don't value it, and that's
right,
just a personal
right.
issue.
And it's like, yo, when you come across, like, I'm just a firm believer in, like, it's not even a believer, like, it's universal law. Like, yo, that same energy gonna come back, but
Absolutely.
it's gonna come back way worse. You know what I'm saying? Cause it's like, yo, like, I don't understand. I don't understand how, like, yo, like some people just is just wild ungrateful, bro. You know what I mean? Or feel like, yo, listen, bro, if it was supposed to be you, you'd be here.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If it was supposed to be you, you'd be here, bro. You know what I mean? It'd be a whole nother story. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
if you felt like this, if you felt like this was supposed to be for you, you know what I mean, bro? You'd have been here. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
just bottom line, like my work ethic is just one thing, yo. Like I just don't like it. Ain't never have to be questioned, bro. Like I was raised by a single mother in the military, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So like, man, like, yo, my punishment was working out, which is why you know what I mean, which is like to this day as a 40-year-old man, bro, like I've been working out forever. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like, yo, it's just a part of me. So it's like, yo, like if it's a goal I gotta accomplish and I know what I gotta do, like, man, I'm gonna bust my ass to get there. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is. That's what I've always done. So
Right.
like for some individuals, bro, you know what I mean? Like, yo, bro, if it was for you, it'd be your shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It'd be yours. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'd have the story. You know what I mean? You'd have the receipts. You'd have the articles and the declarations and the bank accounts. You know what I mean? And like, you'd have all of that.
Right.
But it ain't. You know what I mean? So it's like, bro, like, as men, bro, like, we have to, man, especially now, like, we don't live in a time of feel how we feel like right now. Like, it's just work to be done.
Absolutely.
It's just work to be done. You know what I'm saying? Like, the job just has to be done, bro. So like, in this day and age, some of the feelings gotta get kicked to the side. You know what I mean? You know, frankly, everybody ain't gonna like it, but if it's for your betterment, then that's just what it is.
Absolutely. Definitely.
You know, and that's go ahead, bro.
I was saying it was a quote. I think I shared it on my Facebook. It was if the truth will kill him, let him die.
Yeah.
If the truth will kill him, let him die. You know what I'm saying? And some people, like you said, some people don't like the truth. Some people can't handle it, but it's the reality. We need the truth in order to move forward. There's no way getting around it. There's no way getting around that.
No question. So yo, I speaking of not being able to trust, I'm gonna talk about this Carlee Russell situation. And bruh, like, this, it sound like something off of Unsolved Mysteries. But like, initially when you heard the story, it sound like something off of Unsolved Mysteries, bro. Like, what? So allegedly this woman saw a white baby walking down the street with no clothes on in a diaper in rural Alabama. It was a white baby missing and nobody was searching for him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? She went to look for the baby. She ended up leaving a trail of her wig in her car. Her like, I guess her car keys or whatever. She was missing for a couple of days. She then pops up at her parents' home. I don't want to say unscathed. I can't confirm that. But she pops up at her parents' home 2 days later, and that's kind of been it. So, you know, like, her family, I think the family's in on it. I think come to find out the family's in on the whole thing, because now they're saying they're not giving any of the donations back, and I think they got over like damn near $100,000 or something of that sort.
Why wouldn't they give the donations back?
Because
that's crazy.
It's the police. The police were suspicious that she was lying. But the rumor is actually, hold on, I got an article. Hold on one sec.
Well, anytime somebody gonna make up something make up something in general, but especially to that magnitude and really like relish in it for a few days. But
her boyfriend, her ex-boyfriend. So come to find out, Shorty was at her side nigga house, her side N-word house. Pause, forgive me. Was at her side dude house. Carlee Russell has majorly ticked off a key member of her inner circle after news surfaced Monday that her kidnapping story was BS. Tamar Simmons posted a lengthy statement on Instagram slamming Carlee for her lies and now referring to himself as her ex-boyfriend. He also scrubbed all signs of Carlee from his social media accounts and stopped following her. His statement wrote, "Carlee's actions created hurt, confusion, and dishonesty. I was made aware of the false narrative after coming to the defense of my ex, Carlee Russell." He explained that he and his family reacted with love and concern at first, but they're disgusted with the outcome of the case. Simmons went on to say that they were totally blindsided by Carlee's phony tale, noting they've gained some closure with her confession while acknowledging the police investigation is ongoing. As you know, Russell's attorney, Emory Anthony, issued his own statement, which was read by police chief on a news conference. Anthony said Carlee made up the whole abduction story, as well as her claim she saw a toddler walking along the highway. He also apologized on behalf of Carlee and asked everyone to pray for her as she works on her issues. But Anthony failed to address why Carlee did what she did.
Bro, I was thinking this. I was thinking that the whole time. Like, she probably either she cheating and made
Yeah.
up a story. She made up a story so she won't have to, because she got caught out there. But that's the first thing I thought of. And I'm like, you know what? But anytime somebody making up something like this, something is seriously wrong
Yo,
with it.
so I can confirm. It says she returned home without a scratch on her when she returned home to her parents' home. It wasn't a scratch on her, but she was allegedly abducted by white men.
Right. I
You know
heard so much crazy stuff about that story. Then she got specific talking about an orange hair white guy, and the lady was there, and they was on the back of a trailer. They said she walked up to her parents half naked with some food.
Bro.
Some food, and she ordered some. She was in Red Roof and ordering food, all kind of stuff I was hearing.
Yeah, bro.
But once I first heard the story, it was fishy to me. But then after a while, once it started coming out, I never really paid attention to it. Like, never really clicked on the article to really read what happened, and I'm just hearing the hearsay about it. But like I said, our people is just we all have some type of mental issue. That just comes with the nature of being in the system. But some people is really, really extreme, like, that's really extreme case. Anytime I feel sorry for somebody that want to make up a story like this. It's something they're not
man.
Right.
That's scary, bro. That's scary. Like, you could just lie about something like that. You know what I mean? And what about the next one? Like, you know how many people go missing now, bro? Like, it's a regular thing now. It's a lot of people that go missing. So to sit up there and to falsify a whole story like that, bro, where it's like, I guarantee that, you took away resources from someone who's actually missing. You know what I mean? You took money from families and people who donated who were actually concerned about you, and it was a whole lot. You know what I mean? And nothing's gonna happen to her.
But they can't charge her for false. They can't charge her.
It's
not like I want them to.
Yeah, like, even if they can, bro, she ain't gonna do no real time or nothing, man. It's probably a slap on the wrist. You know what I mean? I don't really see them being really doing a whole lot.
Just like Jussie Smollett situation.
Yeah, like,
he was behind bars. He was behind bars for a few hours, right?
Right. Yeah, like, I don't really see a whole lot happening to it because they don't. Nobody. It's not a lot of people in the business of holding women accountable. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not. You know what I mean? Like, as long as he can keep confusion, and it's shit like this. It's shit like this, honestly, where, granted, it's gonna be some women that's gonna be like, yo, she ain't shit, blase blind, whoop-de-whoop. But the majority isn't. But the majority's not. So I just say that in saying that. That's like, as long as it's confusion amongst us for shit like that, we can argue and beef and shit like that can occur, and women act like nothing happened. You know what I'm saying? Because they're like, not all, but some, like, if they haven't done it themselves, they know somebody who did some shit like that. Not to that extent, but lied about some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They cousin, you know what I'm saying? They sister, they best friend. You know what I mean? Like, somebody, man, like, yo, y'all know what it is.
Absolutely.
Like, you know what I mean? That's the thing. So, like, there's several factors I wanted to break down. Give me 1 second. Shout out to bro Sean Dawn, man. Toxic social norms that precipitate mental health issues. And the not acknowledging terrible behavior, terrible decisions is one. You know what I'm saying? That's one. Definitely. You
That's
know what
off
I mean?
code. That's definitely off code behavior. We don't really have a code. So that's why we got to develop one.
Right.
Stuff like this, some stuff, like, I think we was talking about it before. Some stuff need to be cut and dry. Like, certain shit that shouldn't be tolerated at all. At no point. It shouldn't be no kind of people, no type of 50-50 giving people the benefit of the doubt. Some stuff is just off limits, should be off limits, and everybody should notice that right away. And stuff like this is just one of them. It's completely lying. It's lying, period. Lying is not good, period.
Yeah. Like, and it's condoning bad behavior and encouraging. It's just not. It's just bad. Like, everyone loses.
Right.
Everyone loses in a situation like that, man.
And that's how we stay. We're gonna stay in our conditions if we don't value the truth. We don't value standards.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go through this. Let's see. Organized confusion and controlled chaos, and I would group that together along with situations like we just spoke about with the gender wars, the like the trendy gender war stuff, and it's like unaccountability. I wouldn't say it's just a female thing. It's a lot of unaccountable, males as well.
Absolutely.
It's a lot of unaccountable males as well. You know what I mean? It's a lot of males that, like, as men, like, you expect men, like where I'm from, how I was raised, like the dudes that influenced me, like, men do manly shit, bro. You know what I mean? Like, as a man, you know what I mean? You're supposed to do manly stuff, bro. You know what I mean? You're supposed to stand on all 10. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Stand in your square. You know what I'm saying? Like, be righteous. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, real simple stuff. Like, it's just simple principles as a man you're supposed to stick to. And everybody don't operate like that, man. And it's like the ones who can't understand that or don't come from that. Yeah, it's hard for me to understand that. You know what I mean? Sometimes, like, especially at 40 years old. You know what I mean? Like what? You know what I'm saying? Like, what you mean? You know what I mean? Like, though, like, what you mean? Like, nah, like, we men, bro. That's not what we do. And, like, everybody don't come from that. And, yo, I just think, man, like, yo, the not, like, yo, calling it out. I had a situation with somebody I love, yo, and, like, I had to end up putting hands on them. And our relationship ain't never gonna be the same. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because everyone accepted his BS, you know what I mean, socially. And it's just like, oh, that's just him being him. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, nah, man, the hell with that. It's not cool. You know what I mean? It's not cool. And, yo, we end up bumping heads. Okay, Sean getting ready to come on now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we end up bumping heads. And yo, our relationship ain't never gonna be the same. You know what I mean? And it's sad. It's sad because it's like, yo, bro, if you just acknowledge where you was wrong at, it never got to that point. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, because as a man, if I was wrong, I'd be like, hey, bro, my bad. Yo, I was tripping. You know what I mean? I apologize. You know what I mean? Go ahead, bro.
No, I was just saying, co-signing that. Like, I was gonna say, like, even when you fall short as men, man, you gotta stand up and be accountable. And if you fall short, make a mistake, whatever, apologize, be accountable for it, and you gotta start back over. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And get back on it. But like I said, we're not perfect, but once we gotta be accountable.
Right.
Like, being accountable don't mean being perfect.
Facts. Mm-hmm. Facts. Yeah, and right. And, yo, I couldn't word that any better, bro. Being accountable doesn't mean being perfect. It means being aware. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Being accountable means being aware, and being accountable means you're owning it. Like, okay, yo, I understand I made a mistake. You know what I mean? And I can move on. We can move on from that. But some people don't know how to handle that, or they never had a man say it to them. You know what I mean? That it is, I'm talking about as adults, bro. I'm still recognizing this. You know what I mean? And granted, everybody don't understand or can, recall their trauma. So, like, I'm one of them. You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't figure out why certain shit made me mad sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, until I got older, and I'm like, man, what is it about that? You know what I mean? And I had to do my homework. You know what I mean? Do my homework on myself.
The funny thing about that is, if you don't never do your homework, like you said, if you don't never do any soul searching or dig into your past and your story, when your childhood and all that, you always gonna be confused and frustrated about shit or about things that trigger you because
Right.
you're never gonna gain that understanding. We
Right.
all have to sit down and just take some time to ourselves and figure out our life and the things we went through and see how it affects us to this day and try to change some of the stuff that affects us negatively.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact, man. But like, yo, that's what makes people experiences beautiful, bro. Like, 'cause it's like, yo,
Mhm.
I I wanted to be able to say this for like another dude in my situation. You know what I mean? Or some shoes that I've been in. He can see this and be like, yo, they say people say thought provoking stuff every day, bro. You know what I mean? On the internet, every day, bro. Like somebody can say something, and it could be one or two things. You know, it's gonna go to a section in your mind that you're gonna disregard, or it can go to the section of your mind that's gonna fully analyze it, and it blows, and it's a chain reaction. You know what I mean? Across your mind, it's something that really makes you think.
Right.
You never know. You know what I mean? And I think you can only do that coming from a point of truth. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Coming from a point of truth, you know what I mean? It is like you can't do that based off a lie.
Right.
You can't. You mean like that? I don't think that. Like I don't know what type of theory or you know what I mean, whatever was attached to that, but I don't think you can do that off a lie. Like I think that has to be something that you know that you can stand on, that could be proven and backed up with facts. So like when it comes to trust, one thing about me, man, I've had hella people deceive me, you know what I mean? Lie to me, you know what I mean? All that. But one thing about me, like I've never stopped being me. You know what I mean? I never stopped being me. So like when I could pick up somebody's spirit, you know what I mean? When I pick up somebody's energy and like I can analyze and I know that, you know what I mean, that individual side of like I don't stop from being the same given individual. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I've you know what I mean? Like yeah, like I won't stop ungrateful or unappreciative people who come into your life. You know what I mean? And take up your energy, whatever the case may be, who don't know how to appreciate it to
Right.
ruin it for others.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? To ruin it to others who could possibly bless me. You know what I
That's
mean?
definitely that's an accomplishment on your part because most of us you can't do that. Most of grown
Yeah.
people don't even have the capacity to do that, man.
Right.
They'll just let their trauma, they'll let their experiences just dominate their life negatively, and they'll go through life miserable because they never want to trust. They never trust nobody again. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? That's a miserable life.
It's hard, bro. Like, yo, it's hard. Like, I'm not gonna front. It's hard. Like, yo, I'm sitting up here talking about trust, bro. Like, and I was married. Like, I never trusted the same since I got divorced. You know what I mean? Like after I broke up, like I never trusted the same. And even when I know I had great girls. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was always a reference point for me to be like, man, shit, my ex-wife was great at 1.2. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, to be like, it was all good a week ago with us too. You know what I mean? And it's chaos now. So like, trust is one of those things, man. Where I don't want to say it's it's kind of irreplaceable, man. It's kind of
Definitely.
irreplaceable. Yeah, it's kind of irreplaceable, yo. Cause like it's one of the things like, yo, once you ruin it, that's it.
I got a question. Let me ask y'all a question because I'm about to. We were almost into practice. I got some things I gotta take care of real quick. I'm gonna jump back on, but I got a question. Once trust is broken, can it ever be rebuilt? What's up, Sean? What's up, bro?
What's going on?
Let's go, bro.
Fella?
Yeah.
Can it ever be rebuilt?
I think that's a two-way street. So that will require effort upon both parties. You know what I'm saying? Like if you have both parties willing, it could be done. You know what I mean? Like and people forgive but don't forget. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
right.
So
Right.
Yeah, so it could be done. You know what I mean? It just depends on the individual. But like you gotta have two willing parties that's trying to achieve, you know what I mean, the same goal in that relationship.
Right. But let me handle this real quick. I'm gonna jump back on. I'm gonna jump back on with y'all in a
All right,
little
bro.
bit. All right.
All right, bro.
All right, y'all. Salute,
All right.
salute, y'all.
Salute.
Salute. That's definitely a two-way street, and
Yeah.
and I think it's dependent on what's done.
It depends on the violation, bro. Like
it depends on the person.
it depends on the person. Like I
some
can
people
remember
could be violated totally and be like,
I
turn
can
the other
remember.
cheek.
Yeah, I can remember being in high school and my man, man, you know what I'm saying? Like this guy, he my guy. Like, we used to when we had chicks, like one of us got the homie, you know what I'm saying? Like, so even if it was like one of my joints, like yo, she got I got her homie or vice versa or whatever.
Tag team champions.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And long story short, this particular girl that I was seeing, that I was seeing, you know what I mean? Like she got around. So it was just kind of like, yo, like we laughed. I'm like, yeah, bro, like what you want me to do? You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. And it was something that we laughed at because, you know what I mean? Like, yo, like nigga, we're not gonna lie. We ain't gonna talk dirt on nobody's name. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna do no sucker activity for the sake of this situation. You know what I'm saying? Because nigga, we real friends. You know what I'm saying? We real friends, and it's a girl. You know what I mean? Like, come on. And it's kind of like, oh, it's been like that with me and bro. As it should. That's how it should be though. But like, yo, a lot of men don't operate like that. But it's a level of trust. Like I know I could trust my guy. That's my guy. I know I could trust him.
That's because not everybody can defeat their animal nature. You know what I'm saying? Or step outside of it. You know, a lot of people are slaves to it.
That's true, man. I was one of them at one point, bro. Like it wasn't until now, yo. Like I get it now. Like before, you couldn't tell me nothing, yo. Like, yeah. Before you couldn't tell me nothing, man. Like, yo, like nah, bro. It wasn't going down like that. Like now, I understand now. I totally get it now. It's different now. I look at it totally different now. But yo, so like I'm sitting here going down this list, man. Where was we at? I did want to talk before we leave. I did want to give my condolences to Gilly the Kid on the loss of his son. I didn't hear his statement, but I mean, honestly speaking, shout out to $1 million worth of game, man. My condolences to you, your family, your team, and everybody, man. City of Philly. That's a loss, yo. Any father having a birthday son is a loss, bro. And that's one of my worst fears. That's got to be any father's fear. You know what I mean? And as a brother, you know, from one father to another, man. My condolences and my heart out to you and your family, bro. That's terrible to see, man. I hate to see situations like that, bro.
Yes, I couldn't even imagine. Like,
yeah.
My son is here with me right now. Like he went to the bathroom. I wasn't gonna tell him to get on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Show itself.
Yeah, man. Like, yo, that's one of my worst fears, bro. Like having to bury my kids before they got buried me, bro. Like, I can't fathom it. You know what I mean?
That's your legacy.
Right. I can't fathom it, bro. Like, and I had some scares. Like that's the crazy part. Like I had some scares, bro. A couple of them, and yo, I'm still here, bro. Like it's crazy, man. It's crazy. We just talk about trust. Like people don't value trust, bro. People do not value trust. Trust is something that I think that we all in some form or facet take for granted. To the extent is always just a different gauge depending on the situation, depending on the relationship. Or you know what I mean? But I think that you'll see some people, man, trust. They understand that everything they got is built on trust. and loyalty. Others, not so much. You know what I mean?
Look, would you say that's because of the people change? Like
people change. Like I heard, I cannot think of who said this, yo, but I heard someone say, I just heard someone say, like literally days ago, as you evolve, that one for you may change too. You know what I'm saying? Like as you grow, because people outgrow each other. You know what I mean? People definitely outgrow each other. Like as you grow, you may outgrow your partner. You know what I mean? That one for you may not be that individual. You know what I'm saying? It may have to be someone else on a whole different frequency. You know what I mean? That's on the same trajectory as you. You know what I mean? Like it's different.
Is it like, all right, people don't value trust as they used to? It, like I said, is it because like the norms ain't even the same no more. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The whole societal thing is just, it's a little different. It's like the change. All right, every 20 years it's a shift.
Yeah.
Like if you remember the Matrix, that scene in the second movie when the old white man is sitting in behind a desk and he's like talking about how this done happened many times. It's like
absolutely. Hey, yo, like, it's nothing new. It's nothing new under the sun, man. But, like, yo, it's already been done. So it's just kind of like, yo.
It's the shift. Like,
it's a shift.
Every time there's something shift, the whole, like, people as a whole shift. And I think people are just getting a little more dysfunctional. You know, like I missed earlier. I don't know if you spoke on, the sister with the mental issue. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it's like society is like kind of pushing that then to a degree. A lot of mental like issues is coming if you listen to like a lot of the things being pushed.
Yeah, no question. No question. Like that's kind of like they kind of rely on that. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's like we just talking about organized chaos. You know what I mean? Organized chaos and confusion. You know what I mean? As long as this is present, we'll never be able to get to the root of the issue. You know what I mean? As long as it's something that they'll be able to distract us from actually building and find the solutions to how to even just ignore this shit so it doesn't trigger anybody. Well, we don't even have to have this discussion. It's something that we can just laugh at, you know what I mean, not paying any mind to keep scrolling. You know what I mean? Or
it's damn near a social norm to make fun of somebody with a mental issue, disability. Yeah. You know,
but we don't take nothing serious, bro. We don't take nothing serious, man. And granted, I'm one to talk, yo. You know what I mean? Now I find humans like the weirdest shit sometimes. You know what I mean? But I'm one to talk, but like no one takes anything serious anymore, man. I feel it's not even hypocritical because I still talk about serious stuff, but I got a sense of humor, man. But yo, like, this shit ain't the same. This is not the same, bro. Like, no one takes anything serious. Like, no one values life. No one values life anymore. Society doesn't value life. And it's kind of a social norm now where, like, your feelings don't matter. People's feelings don't matter anymore. Actually, I take that back. They do. Certain people's feelings matter. I'll put it like that. Certain people's feelings matter.
Do you think society has gotten weaker?
Yes, I say weaker. 'Cause, I mean, yo, you can't build a foundation off emotion. It's going to crumble. Mm. You know what I mean? You can't build a foundation off emotion. You're not going to make it far, bro. You know what I mean? Like you're destined to fail.
You think the masculinity has been weakened?
Yeah, I mean, it's an attack on masculinity, man. And I don't know, man. Like, I just remember like manly stuff, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you could just turn on TV and see Bronson movies. You know what I mean? Like certain like real shit. Like you you know what I mean? Like you just see Jean-Claude Van Damme movies, bro. You know what I mean? Like that you would just randomly see. Like ass kicking movies, bro. Like it was a regular thing. Like the way we came up, like it's an attack on masculinity, and it's literally just because like it's the people who aren't. I don't even want to say alphas. I guess it's trendy to say that. It's the people who aren't alphas. You know what I'm saying? Like it's them that's making the complaints. It's the like, yo, when did the concerns of the last pick guy on the basketball court matter? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, that's supposed to be like some pee-wee. You know what I'm saying? Everybody get a trophy, but as you get older, you know, nah, you get the trophy for if you stepped up, and if not, that's cool. Everybody, you know, Jordan didn't win by himself.
right,
You know what I mean? He had a whole team of people, and they all was getting whatever they needed.
right. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it's. I just feel like, man, like people, you know, you gotta let people be true to themselves, man. But we gotta call certain things for what it is. You know what I mean? Like, if it quack, it's a duck. You know what I mean? Like that is just bottom line. It's a duck, bro. You know,
a lot of, like you said, the Bronson movies and all that. A lot of straightening was going on in the movies. A lot of straightening was going on.
Absolutely,
ain't much straightening going on. Right
and the threat, yo, it's and the idea of you being able to get your ass kicked, help people move a little bit. You know what I mean? It may not happen, but the idea of knowing that you could potentially get your ass kicked, you know what I mean, and you're gonna have to fight. It's a little different than knowing you could just type, you know what I mean, and express how you feel to someone anonymously, and ain't nobody gonna know it was you. Or I could send this message and I ain't never got to see you. You know what I mean? Like it's just unmanly. You know what I mean? Like we deal with confrontation. You know what I mean? And like it's just not manly to be able to sit there and text someone. Something that you would never say to their face. You know what I mean? To sit there and text it, you know what I mean? And do this online trolling shit, yo, like, I don't know, like, I just don't know where cool niggas come from, bro, to be like, oh, I know what I'm gonna do. You know what I mean? Or I'm gonna tell them SMD. You know what I mean? Like, what? Like, that's what y'all do? Like, you a grown man? Like, oh, okay, son, all right. But then, you know, when it's grown man repercussions that come behind that, then it's like, oh, these niggas tripping. You know what I mean? It's certain violations like, yo, as men, you're not just going to let fly. You know what I mean? Yeah. And when it's time to do man stuff, bro, like people be tripping.
And you didn't have to be the biggest man, the strongest man to stand up in amongst those men or stand in front of them. You just had to speak fact and stand on it, because that's what being a man was mainly about.
Right.
You know what I mean? Standing on the truth and pushing that. So, you know, like you said, it's not a lot of that now. Sometimes some of it could be called, you know, been for a while called toxic. You know what I mean? Masculinity.
Yeah. That's another popular thing too, man. Like, yo, toxic, like toxic. No one talks about toxic femininity. Like,
because if you got to talk about one, it's both, and it go both ways.
Right.
So
it goes both ways.
It's toxicity. You got to say toxicity. People being toxic.
Right.
But when people get, I think everyone has a value. You know what I mean? Or, you know, a value. So I don't want to say a role, but you know, we have certain things that we're keen. You know, as male and woman. So I think when you mix male masculinity with female emotions,
right,
that's when you get a couple baby boys and Jodies. Yeah, there you go. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
You need more Melvins out here.
You facts,
choke them up and let them know the truth a little bit.
Right. You'll scream for your mama. Like, you need some straightening sometimes, bro. You know what I mean? And that's our role. You know what I mean? Like, that's our role, bro. Like, I understand. My son just turned 1. I understand that my son understands that he knows that he can control his mama in some form of fashion based off how he acts. You know what I'm saying? That he can get her to do certain things that he wants her to do. I understand that he understands that already at 1 year old. I'm on it. You know what I'm saying? And if it's just my voice that scared the shit out of him, you know what I'm saying? Because he ain't know I seen it or whatever, but he act totally different. It's that part, you know what I'm saying? It's that part that we're supposed to be there for, man. You know what I mean? To instill order. You know what I mean? To make sure it's going to go how it's supposed to go. And everybody don't understand that, and you get complaints like, yo, I don't have no problem being a bad guy no more, man. Like, I couldn't understand for the longest time of like, I met some really dope people, man. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm blessed. You know what I mean? I have certain people in my life. You know what I mean? And bro, like, I know I do dope stuff. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm solid. You know what I mean? I know I'm a dope individual. Because if I didn't, bro, the people around me wouldn't be around me. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly. Like, in all seriousness, the people who respect me, the people who really mess with me, wouldn't. You know what I mean? Like, my character speak for itself, bro. So it's like, man, yo, when people show flaws in their character, man, they do weird stuff and they mess up the opportunity, they fumble the bag, you know what I mean? They mess up the pack. Bruh, that's on y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? That's on y'all. Like, I'm too solid. I'm too solid, bro. You know what I mean? Like, and I stay true to myself no matter what. You know what I mean? Like, if you fumbled the bag, bro, guess what? You fumbled the bag, bro. Guess what you gotta do now? Go get your own bag. You know what I'm saying? Go find your own bag. Go find your own way. Go find your own lane. You know what I mean? Like, that's all it is. And I can understand, yo, I didn't know what direction I wanted to go in making this shit from the jump, bro. You know what I mean? It was a real challenge at first. But then I had to fall back and understand, remember who the hell I was, bro. Like, I've been doing this. So it was a natural transition, bro. It was a natural transition. You know, like, everybody ain't willing to put in that work. You gotta do you, bro. You can't do what I do. You know what I mean? You're not gonna be able to do what I do. And because you work with me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't claim, I'm not in the business of claiming another man work. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just not what I do. So I ain't gonna talk about nothing but outside of what I've done, what I've did. You know? I ain't in that lane trying to take credit for anything anybody else did. You know what I mean? I did a lot of dope stuff in my life that I don't talk about. You know, and yeah, man. I just think, yo, when people cut ties, people remove themselves from your lives, man, it's just time, bro. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, people come in seasons. Everybody ain't gonna make it, man. You know what I mean? And it's the solid ones, the people who communicate, the people you know that you can trust. That, you know, when we finally do make it, bro, that's what it's gonna be about. That's the glory of it. You know what I mean? That's the real glory of it. Like, outside of that, I don't know, bro. Like, like, it's a lot of us. You know what I mean? But you know, like, everybody kind of got like their own thing going on. So, like, when it comes to this, when it comes to this, everybody who's solid gonna come when it's time to go. You know what I mean? When it's time to up and go, bro, everybody coming. Everybody who's solid, bro. Like, I promise you. It's the ones who proved that they wasn't. That's why they not here. You know what I mean? That's why they not here, bro. Like, yo, I was literally gonna do Intellectually Petty and the Melvinaire Podcast, bro. You know what I mean? Simultaneously. Literally was gonna do it. The only reason I left, because the nigga Jobs tried to play bent, because I wouldn't let him be on the podcast. He thought he was gonna be featured on the podcast. Like, man, why would I put you on the podcast? You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason why we really fell out, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jobs didn't want to fall out with the nigga who gave him all the ideas. You know what I'm saying? All the people to look into, to try to book the interview. You know what I'm saying? The nigga giving you actual content. Even if I'm just talking about my dating life. You know what I mean? Like, why would you want to get rid of me? You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Or it's certain situations, yo, when you talk about trust, you gotta know who you dealing with, bro. And like vetting people is like, cause people wear jackets, bro, and expose themselves when they feel like it's time, when it's right. So like I don't know, man. Damn, yo. Go ahead,
Yeah,
bro.
I thought listen out here for the people. For the people, at least, the big piggyback on that. I was talking to my nephew about this, and you gotta trust people to be who they're gonna be. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? Somebody
Facts.
show you they this way, you trust them to be that way. Because when they do turn around and treat you that way or get down like that with you, you can't be mad. You
Right.
can't be mad at all. You gotta accept that because you already knew that. You already knew how
Yeah.
they could do. You knew the extent of how they get. So, not
Yeah,
saying that
nah, that's
that's
real
that,
shit.
but when you were saying that, that
When
had
you
me
know their
thinking about that.
capability and you know what they're
Yeah.
capable of, you know what I'm saying? Like when it happens to you, you gotta take your lick right then and there. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, all right, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, bet. You know what I mean? Like,
Or even seeing it happen to somebody else, like,
right,
oh, shoot, oh, you get like that?
right.
Damn.
Or like, yo, they ain't gonna do it
Ooh.
to me. You know what I mean? Or be naive, like, or be that naive, like, man, they ain't gonna do me like that.
All
Like,
right, that's when
nah.
that's when you got to put the, okay, that's how I got to be with you a little bit, because
Right,
not too
right.
much, but,
Yeah, like I seen and I fell victim to
so,
that, bro. Like I seen people do sucker activity and overlooked it for my own personal goal. You know what I mean? For my own personal goal. You know what I mean? I seen them do sucker activity to people that I knew. You know what I mean? And I'm more so like the way I operate. Like I see you do some sucker shit. Like all right, I'm keep that in the chamber. You know what I mean? I'm gonna remember that. So like it just happened too frequently. You know what I'm saying? It happened too frequently, bro. Where I kind of just lost my respect for yo. It's like, man, nah, bro. I can't be sitting up here making excuses for you, man. You know what I'm saying?
pe- this crackhead did this. I was at work, right? And I was doing something I shouldn't have been doing, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But this crackhead got jammed up, right? Now, I seen this motherfucker do some bullshit and try to make excuse. I'm trying not to say too much, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I don't know. So this dude got me anyway. So he go wherever he got to go to,
Right.
and then he tell these people that he see, me and a couple other workers smoking weed. Like, dude,
Oh
like, what the
man.
fuck?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm good, but what I'm
Right.
saying is, I saw the dude like when I was smoking weed. Oh shit. Anyway, anyway, fuck it, it's out there now. So I'm smoking weed, and I
Oh
seen a
man.
nigga, right, and I say to one of the dudes, I'm like, yo, he's like, nah, he good. I know him from the neighborhood. I'm like, all right. And that dude go and tell him that he saw me smoking. You know what I'm saying? So I should have just
Mm-mm-mm.
trusted it for what it was. Like, yo, I know this dude. He a little sleeky, slimy. I ain't gonna smoke right here with him
Right.
around. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. Man, fuck my shit up, man.
Yeah, man. That's crazy. That's crazy, man.
Got them people investigating.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That's crazy, bro. Hey, man. Yo, so this is dope though, bro. Like, what else do we have? Nah, I think that's it. Yeah. I'm gonna save that Queen Op joint for next week, yo. I want to do some more research. I want to be more prepared for that. Okay, I want to go into it.
Yeah, man. It's mental health is serious, man. And like,
Yeah.
especially
Nah,
with
that's a fact.
nowadays, the way we gotta definitely dig into that bag. 'Cause
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, we'll definitely jump into mental health. I want to give a big shout out to everybody tuned in. Yo, please hit the like button, subscribe, share the show. Book us and inquiries is melvinaire@gmail.com. On Instagram is Melvinaire_podcast. Myself, Jerome the Plug, Can't Knock the Muscle _43 on IG. We are the _Melvinaire on Twitter. And we'll get your handles out, bro.
yeah, man. I'm here, man. It is what it is, man. If you want to know, that's all I got for them.
Yeah, that's the bro Sean Dawg, man. Yo, every week, man. Yo, big shout out to the team, man. Billy Ray Valentine. Shout out to Self-Care Snob. Shout out DJ Bruce Wayne. Kev Will, Apple Black King. Everybody else, man. Like, yo, big shout out to y'all, man. Next week, got another dope show lined up, man. Please pay attention. Just be on the lookout, man. And yo, y'all got any suggestions? Yo, we got a Facebook community. It's a Melvinaire Podcast group. If you want to join, just holler at us, man. We'll definitely let you in. Definitely trying to network. You got a business, you got anything going, we definitely trying to cross network, man. So yo, please tap in, man. Till then, yo, be safe, stay dangerous. We'll holler at y'all next week, man. Peace and love.